Welcome to the Dice Tower, a video podcast about board games and the people who play them. This is a special episode of the Dice Tower in which Tom and Melody Vasel talk about their top 100 games. And now, here are your hosts, Tom, Melody, and Holly Vasel.
Welcome to the Dice Tower!
Hi, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Melody. And I'm Holly.
And we're talking about our top 100 games. 6 more of them. We're getting really close to the top now. We're in our top 4th of our favorite games. Great games coming. Let's look at them.
I like this game because you're trying to make the biggest city and mostly one or more than one color.
And we like paying more money, or how do you like paying money? Exact change? What's the best way to pay?
Exact change.
Right, and we have the big box expansion, so if you see here, you'll see it comes with a whole pile of different expansions with the game. And Melody has helped me out. We have tried out every single expansion. Oh, there's 4 modules in every expansion, so there's 20 modules in all. Now, we each like different modules, but I know what Melody's favorite module is to play with, because what is your favorite one to play with?
The gates.
All right, because that lets you put walls next to each other and expand your city. Is there any other expansion that you liked adding to the thing?
When you, there's 2 more I like. The one where you switch the colors, like this one is showing you. And also when you pay more, then you get money back. Ah,
the coins. The bag of coins that Miss Melody's talking about, wherever that is. Oh, well, they're somewhere in this box. Everything's in here somewhere. Where are the coins? Here they are. And you'll get coins back that allow you to pay for future purchases. Yeah, Melody and I actually, we had pretty similar feelings on the different expansions, but we found that it makes an okay 2-player game, but we often play it with my wife for a great 3-player game. Alhambra. Once upon a time, this was number 5 in my gaming collection. It's dropped down here, obviously, a bit, but that's only because of newer and greater and better games, maybe changing tastes, but Wallenstein is still in the top. A newer version of Wallenstein came out called Shogun, even though there are some aspects of Shogun I like better, namely it was printed in English, the map of Shogun is not nearly as good as Wallenstein, and besides, I don't own Shogun, so I'll go with Wallenstein. But why do I like Wallenstein? It's because of the cube tower. There's a tower that the game takes place with right here, and when you are fighting in this game, what you'll do is you'll take a bunch of cubes of your army and the opposing army, and you are going to throw these cubes into the tower. And whichever cubes come out, well, they survived. Any cubes that get stuck in the tower, they've died. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cubes. Only 4 of them came out, so the 5th brown cube is still in the tower, and he's dead, although he may show up in future battles. That in itself is an awesome mechanic and makes this game deserve to be in the top 100 by itself. But there's a really good game, battling, taking over different areas, even a little bit of politicking, but not too much. Wallenstein is a fantastic game that you have to actually play just to see how it all works together.
I like this game because you're trying to make your candy go into your bucket.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty neat idea. The game is a big wooden board, and Melody will set it up for you here. You'll be leaning this board on the table, and we put these sticks in. And at the bottom here, which let it stand up, go ahead, let go. And then, basically, we have this machine here, and everything in this machine works. Not as well as I'd like it to work, but what you're trying to do is roll a die, and then you get to put candy and drop the candy onto another conveyor belt.
Oopsie.
And so you roll it, and it falls down to the next one. And we don't have the table level right now, but it eventually falls down, rolls to the next conveyor belt, and you want to get it so that it will fall into your bucket. This is my candy bucket. Melody didn't get any points so far.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, the buckets are little metal tins that come, and the candy drops into them. And the game makes sense, drops and coat, but the kids have a blast as they move the conveyor belts around, dropping the candy down. As a strategy game goes, It's okay, but it's the moving the stuff itself that is the most fun. I like Cashing Guns because it's like all those games we played as a kid of guns, running around cops and robbers or army men, and we played with guns, and it was played with fake guns, and so not a big deal. But Cashing Guns lets you do the same thing, and you know, with the expansions to Cashing Guns, I found that I'm enjoying it even more. I got my shotgun, and you even have the samurai thing where you have swords where you can use those swords on other people. Again, it's not a physical game. Even though I have changed the rule that when you throw a star, you don't knock down a character, you actually have to hit the other person in the head. It's all foam weaponry, and it's just a really silly game, and yet every time I bring it out, people love it. Cashing Guns has progressively been getting higher and higher on my list, and it's because it just seems to work everywhere. There are some places where people don't want to see guns or play around with guns, and I understand that, and I'm not opposed to that, but for me, whenever I have a chance, I'm going to pull this out because it's so much fun to just pretend that I'm taking all the money.
I like this game because you're putting food in pigs and you're trying not to make their tummies explode.
What? It's funny when it explodes.
It is funny when other people make it explode.
Okay, that sounds really gross and disgusting, but the game itself is really cute. It comes with a bunch of pigs. The pigs are put on blankets, and on your turn, you're rolling dice, and you're feeding chips into the pigs. Whatever colors you roll, you'll feed chips into those pigs. For example, here Melody's rolled a 4 and an orange, so she has to put 4 chips on the board, and at least one of them has to go into the orange pig. And so she'll do that. So let's say she puts all 4 into the orange pig. Will they all fit in? And they did. But let's say you have to put 1 more in the orange pig. Let's see what happens. I think maybe it will. You got it in? Oh, see? And out comes the bottom of the pig here, and his belly has popped open. And each pig has a different size belly. This connects to the bottom of the pig, and there's all different sizes. You can see that this one here has a deeper dish. You can fit more chips into it. And so the game is really silly. Everyone laughs when a pig explodes, and the pigs explode pretty much on many players' different turns. But if you can get away without causing pigs to explode, you will get more points and be the first person to win. It's a fun toy, and it's a really funny theme, and it teaches you not to eat too much food, right? Time's Up has been on my list, since the beginning here. Started at number 11, here it is at number 17. Hasn't changed really that much. It's a funny party game. But this is the first year where there's another version of it out, Time's Up Title Recall, and this is by far my favorite version. In Time's Up, real quickly, the way it works is you have a bunch of cards. Round 1, I try to get you to guess my cards by giving you any clue I want. So, for example, my card says, Gone with the Wind, and I say, oh, the thing that blows outside. And you say, wind, and I say, okay. Here today, what tomorrow? Gone. Okay, put those together. Gone with the Wind. Or I could just say a movie that has one of the most famous lines in history. Whatever clue I want to give you. On the second round, we go through all the same cards again. And this time I can only give one-word clues. And so I might say, frankly, and instantly someone might say, Gone with the Wind. And on the third one, the third round, you are just giving motions. Is Gone with the Wind. Okay? It's very funny. You will never come across a party game as hilarious to watch as Time's Up. There is a lot of games that are fun to play but boring to watch. Time's Up is not one of those. It is immensely funny to watch and play, and the new Title Recall is much better than the original one, and the original one was great. So, Time's Up. Alrighty, well, I hope you enjoyed those games. I hope that you'll come back and see 6 more of them. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
Hi, Melody. I'm Molly.
See you then.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.